Check it out, it's your boy Bud Light. We back with another episode, Light News Special. Smoke one with your boy one time, you feel me? All day long. I cover the bullshit, and it's been a lot of sad, unfortunate news lately, So right now we're gonna start with the rapper Trouble out of ATL. I know y'all heard last week he was killed in a home invasion. One of his biggest songs was a song with Young Thug, Like a Thief in the Night. I take anything but some. And that was one of my favorite songs too, so that this kind of hit me. The word is he was in the crib chilling. This happened on the 5th, on June 5th, and he was sleeping. He had a female companion with him. She might have had some exes. She might have had a history or whatever that he didn't know about, but he was up in the crib lamping, chilling, sleeping, passed out. And a jealous ex-boyfriend found out what was going on, I guess, whatever. Entered the house in a home invasion. I don't know if he kicked the door down or whatever, but he got in the house. He shot and killed Trouble. This dude was just denied bond, so he won't be going nowhere, but Jamichael Jones, he's 33. He turned himself into the police. Well, they saying he was, like I said, he was an ex-boyfriend, a jealous ex. They broke up because he was basically beating her ass. He got charged. He was physically abusing her, and they broke up. But I guess he didn't really break up with her yet because he was still around, and he found out, she dealing with a rapper that got some money. A rapper, he probably had his nice car parked up outside. It infuriated this crazy motherfucker. He went up in the house and pushed homie wig back while he was sleeping. Now that's crazy, but that's the world we living in. Reporter Tori Cooper said police was posted up outside his mom's house. And he called his mom to set up the surrender. His mom put him on the phone with the police, and basically he set it up to surrender himself to the police. The Rockland County Sheriff said Mr. Jones did not express any remorse. The charges Jones is facing: felony murder, home invasion, and battery. Trouble grew up in East Atlanta, same home as Gucci Mane. He wasn't as big as like his peers like Thug and Gucci and these people, but he was still a big dude in the hip hop game as far as Atlanta. And as far as the rest of the world, everybody knew about Trouble. And it's just unfortunate that a dude let a breezy take him out the game, basically. And I'm not talking about Trouble, rest in peace. I'm talking about the dummy who allegedly shot him, because now your dumb ass is going to be locked up forever over this broad that didn't even want you no more. And I could realize, if you in love with somebody and they don't love you, crazy things happen. But as a man, you got to be a real man and be strong enough to control your mind, control your emotions, and not let it pull you over the edge to do some real stupid stuff like that, and cowardly stuff too, because the man was asleep. So, allegedly, if he did do that, well, it is what it ain't. Let him rot in jail. I really don't give a damn. But rest in peace to Trouble. And let's move on to the next subject, the next topic. Now, this thing's not going to end no time soon. They saying this is the most talked about thing in hip hop in the past 2 decades. This YSL RICO case involving Young Thug, Gunna, and the rest of the YSL staff. A lot of them, I think up to 28 people. They facing serious crimes, including murder, robbery, and anything else you could mention. And he's in some serious trouble. His bond was just revoked. We talked about that. It's a lot of death surrounding him and surrounding ATL right now for some reason. About Metro Boomin, famous producer whose little mark on his beats, Young Thug did. His Metro Boomin wants some mud. That's Thug. And Metro Boomin had a lot to do with Young Thug's career. A lot of his hits in his early career and later career. But his mother was killed, murdered in the home invasion. An artist that he always rapped with. This was a coincidence, but artist Trouble, he was killed in the home invasion. I just talked about that. You know what I mean? His artist Lil Keed, he died, and this is all within the last month or two. Artist Lil Keed of YSL, he died of drugs and kidney failure. They want to say, I understand it's kidney failure, but I believe it's because of, you know, the drugs he was consuming, but that's neither here nor there. So it's a lot of deaths surrounding Thug. And also, you remember the crazy kid who went on to threaten the sheriff and threaten certain people, saying he gonna kill them if they don't release Young Thug. He's in jail with like 10 charges, you know. But now he back in the news. The Fulton County DA Fannie Willis was forced to increase security because these crazy Thug fans are going at her neck. Basically, they threatening to kill her. There's a lot of death threats going on. It's very it could be scary for her and her family, because the things that Thug is accused of, I probably would take it serious too if I was her. But basically, they're saying they don't believe the threats are directed by anyone in YSL, but you gotta understand that Thug got a big fan base. A lot of crazy people follow Thug, you know, a lot of passionate people, and I'm sure it's a lot of people that miss him since he's been gone. So now the state is forced to pay a lot of more money to protect the DA, the Fulton County DA, Fannie Willis, because of these threats she's been getting. Okay, if you gotta do what you gotta do, you know, if you're getting death threats, you gotta take them serious, period. But I just don't understand why they didn't set the bond, because Thug and his estate, they were gonna pay up to $1 million a month to the state for security, so that could have been better for the state. But unfortunately, the state don't trust their own police and their own security or whatever to watch Thug. They feel it could be corrupted and whatever else. Well, shame on the state if you can't trust your own police and you can't bring all that money to the community because you can't trust your own police. That's just a terrible thing. But you know, this case is ongoing. You know, I fell off on the light news for a minute, but we back at it, and yeah, we're gonna keep a close eye on this thing. Now the DA gotta get security. Damn, shit's getting real. And this case is gonna get really, really, really crazy. You know that. It's gonna be a long saga. And you know, Thug's living a movie right now. Unfortunately, it's a bad movie, and he's in a bad position. He want to get out of there, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna move on to the next topic. You know, it's a lot going on in Chicago as usual over the Memorial Day weekend. 10 people died, 50-some people were shot, and that's just how it's been going in Chicago for the past couple of years. But this rap scene, you know, is intertwined with the gang scene in Chicago, and that's spreading all across the world. This drill music, and I know y'all, if y'all do remember FBG Duck, a rapper from Chicago who was shot, killed in broad daylight at the famous fashion spot, a famous spot where people go shopping for high-end fashion out there in Chicago. He was murdered, and there were 4 people arrested for that. Well, you know, he was at war with some other famous rappers or whatever else. They was going back and forth. Now, FBG, Flyboy Gang, there's a couple of them, like 6 or 7 of these guys, of the originals or whatever else. But now we got FBG Cash. He got shot and killed yesterday morning. That's the June 10th. And that was like a couple weeks after posting a picture up next to King Von's mural with his middle finger up. So, you know, that's kind of disrespectful. King Von got killed. This dude, they've been at it with each other for a minute. They ops or whatever. He went and posted a picture. Now, we don't know if that was the reason, because he was already marked by his ops. They wanted him dead anyway. But I'm sure that put the flame on the fire and made it really get up. So he was out one morning and he got gunned down tragically. It was 5:30 a.m. You know, he was in his car with a female. The female was sleeping at the time. And, you know, he was targeted. They shot up the car. The female got shot. She's in critical condition, but he really got shot up. So, you know, he's resting in peace. They said a black Cadillac pulled up next to the 31-year-old's vehicle, which was parked on the 1600 block of West 81st Street in Chicago. That's when the gunman hopped out of the black Cadillac and opened fire, hitting the female and then hitting him too. FBG Cash was taken to Christ Medical Center in Oak Lawn, where he perished. And the unidentified woman was struck in the back and the arm, and like I said, she's in critical condition. So, you know, this is really like a real war, like some Vietnam shit. These dudes is really, really sick in the head. I ain't gonna lie, the way they taking each other out, but that's the game we playing right now. I wish it wasn't on each other, but that's a whole nother story, you feel me? But rest in peace, FBG Cash, another one. And rest in peace to Trouble. Rest in peace, Metro Boomin's mother. And you know, like I said, that's the bullshit, and we're gonna just talk about it, analyze it. The more you talk about it, the more you can make things better. You feel me? That's the way I see it. And on the positive note, let's all keep getting money. Let's all just keep striving. Let's all stay happy. You know, everybody got problems, but guess what? You gotta look on the good side. You smell me? And that was another light news special. I had to get that off my chest.